My busiest month of the year so far, yet the month that I've seen the most movies and TV. Let's talk about everything I watched in March 2026. Hey, welcome back to the video, a brand new movie review-ish, the third installment of everything I've watched during 2026. March has been and gone, arguably my busiest month of the year so far, yet the month that I've seen the most content. I know, make it make sense. Without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. There's no point rambling. Let's do it. Let's talk about everything that I've seen during this month. We kicked off the month with a cinema trip to go and see Wuthering Heights, the new version of the movie based on the novel. I originally wasn't going to see this film. My friend asked me to go and see it. She was like, do you want to go and see this film? I want to go and see it. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go and see it with you. I didn't expect to enjoy it, and I was right. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't do a movie review on it because I was kind of late to the party and seeing this film, and also I don't want to say I have a bias because I definitely don't have a bias, but I just kind of knew that it wasn't my thing. So there's no point me critiquing a film that I know is just not for me. You know, I often talk about movies in my movie reviews about, you know, I'm not the target audience for it, but I still then critique it and talk about actually if I was the target audience, then yeah, I would have really enjoyed it. But I was late to the party, it wasn't my thing, so I didn't bother doing a movie review on it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of like periodic, I'm not a fan of period drama type things. So like things like Bridgerton and stuff like that, it's just not really my thing. I've never seen Bridgerton though, having said that, but things like that, typically I don't really gel with, so I knew I wasn't the audience for it. Watched it, it was meh, as I expected, but Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi were sensational in this film, so props to them. Some very heated moments, shall we say. If you've seen it, you'll know what that means. Leads me on quite nicely, potentially, to my second cinema trip of the month to go and see Mother's Pride. I wasn't actually that fussed about seeing this movie at the cinema. I wanted to, but it was like if I missed it, I wouldn't be disappointed. But I managed to go and see it, and this was really nice. I had a really nice time with this. This was a true British comedy. It is by no means a 10 out of 10 blockbuster, but you know, I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. It's British, it's humorous, and it was just a nice 90-minute watch at the cinema. I did enjoy it. There's a full movie review on it on my channel down below. I then went back to the cinema unexpectedly. I've got a bit of a story time for this one. I went to go and see Harry Styles' One Night in Manchester, the Netflix original movie, doc, concert film. What do you call it? I don't know. Harry Styles did a One Night in Manchester gig at the Co-op Live Arena, and it was no phones, nothing like that, but it was being recorded for Netflix. And I knew about it, but I wasn't going to rush to see it the night it came out or anything like that. But I knew about it. I like Harry Styles. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like a die-hard fan of his, but I love him. I think he's great. And it was a Sunday night, paint the scene. I'm going to try and make this the quickest story time in the world. It was a Sunday night, paint the picture, paint the scene. And I was making a chicken and mozzarella pasta, okay? And I get a text from my friend. She goes, do you like Harry Styles? And I'm like, yeah, I've not listened to his new album, but yeah, I like him. She goes, get to the Duke of York cinema right now. And I was like, what? She's like, there's a Netflix event going on for Harry Styles and you can get in. And I was like, huh? The fuck? So I finished, I had like 25 minutes to get to this cinema. It started at 7, was it 7? Yeah, it started at 7 or 8. No, it was 7, and it was like 6:40, and I was in my kitchen cooking garlic bread, making a pasta. I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna get down there as quickly as I can. So I portion out this pasta, I'm cutting the garlic bread out, and I'm like, T-minus 15 minutes. I'm like, I need a wee, I need to get changed. T-minus 10 minutes, and I cycle down, and essentially there's this really cool Netflix event that I was lucky enough to attend for the One Night in Manchester. Hopefully I'm gonna insert some pictures while I'm talking, but it was absolutely phenomenal. There was like free Harry popcorn, free cans of water, and it was actually really cool because it was such a great environment. Everyone was in there was diehard Harry fans, which was so nice to hear. People were like screaming, people getting up dancing, like it was such a lovely environment. I've never been to a cinema event like it, and I think I gave it high review on my Letterboxd just because of the environment that I was in. It was so cool, really cool. So thank you Netflix for that cool event. It was absolutely incredible. My first Netflix event, tick! Really thoroughly enjoyed it, and I went to go and see this. It was a great way to go and understand and listen to all of Harry's songs from his new album for the first time, because like I say, I'd never heard it. So to hear all of these songs for the first time in this form was pretty cool. So yeah, very, very good. I then went back to the cinema the following weekend to go and see Epic, Elvis Presley in concert. I've still not seen the Elvis film that came out in like 2022, I think. Really want to go and see that. I missed out on seeing it a couple of weeks ago, actually, because Cineworld did a Seasons, and I missed out on seeing it then because I just wasn't free. But yeah, I need to see this. I'm no Elvis fan, don't get me wrong, but I find this type of stuff really interesting to kind of hear about history of people and actors and musicians and stuff like that. So it's a very, very cool thing. My only flaw with this is I didn't know whether it wanted to be a documentary or a concert. It said Elvis Presley in concert, that's the title of the film, but it felt more like a doc concert. It was a bit bizarre. Like I was expecting it to be something similar to like the Harry Styles thing, but it totally wasn't. But yeah, very good. Again, didn't do a movie review on it because I was so late, but yeah, decent enough time with that. If you like Elvis, you will like that movie. I then went back to the cinema the same night to see a preview of Project Hail Mary, and I went to go and see this with my friend. He loved it a lot more than I did, and he wasn't that fussed about seeing it. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this film. There's a full movie review on it on my channel you can go check out down below. But yeah, it was very long. It's like just short of 3 hours of runtime, which I don't gel with very well. I think that's kind of why I didn't like it as much. If it was a condensed version of the film, I think I probably would have really loved it. I gave it something like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10, something like that, around that sort of ballpark. And I loved it. I did really enjoy it though, to be fair. Rocky is an angel. Ryan Gosling was great in this film. It was really funny, really heartwarming, and a really great concept. And I love the fact that this is bringing people back to the cinema. So as far as I'm concerned, if it's doing the cinemas and the movie industry justice, hell yes. I'll hail it. No pun intended. Sorry. My first movie at home this month. Bear in mind, we're like on the 16th of March by this point, and I've not seen a film at home. Every film that I've seen has been at the cinema. I watched Fireheart. Been on my watch list for a good few years. I finally saw it. I saw it on Sky. Yeah, it's a standards kids movie. If you like firemen, then yeah, you're gonna like this movie. It is aimed for kids. It's a really nice, empowering story for women, which I really like, and I always appreciate those type of movies. So yeah. I had a decent enough time with it. Definitely go check it out. It is on Sky. I believe it's on now as well. I think. Went to the cinema again for the next film to go and see an unlimited screening, an advanced screening of Arco. I didn't gel with this much. I don't really like this animation. Well, I love it. I think the animation is gorgeous, but I don't really ever gel with films that are this of animation. Just because the mouths are out of sync, like, the animation feels really dated. It's gorgeous, but it feels really dated. So, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. There's a full movie review on that on my channel as well. You can hear my full thoughts on that. Went back to the cinema as well to see Moulin Rouge. Never seen Moulin Rouge, never seen the stage show. So this is my first glimpse into the Moulin Rouge story. Had no idea what the story was. Had no idea what to expect. I knew a few of the songs. I knew the characters. That's about it. Had a decent enough time with this as well. You know, this is by no means a blockbuster for me, but I enjoyed it. The songs I knew, and again, it was one of those movies and screenings where the atmosphere was really nice because everybody that had come to see this film was a fan of the Moulin Rouge, was a fan of musicals, was a fan of musical theatre, that type of thing. So yeah, if you like the stage show, I'm sure you'll like this movie. It's been out for ages, so I'm not trying to get you to watch it if you haven't already, because I'm sure you have. But yeah, never seen it, enjoyed it. But by far, my favourite film of March so far was How to Make a Killing. I was so late in seeing this film. I had like tickets for this film. I think 3 times I had booked tickets to this film, and every time I had to not go for some reason, which was so annoying because I was desperate to see this film. And I loved it. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think it is up there at the moment with one of my favourite films of the year. Hoppers, How to Make a Killing, and Mercy, my 3 favourite films so far, I believe, of the year. That might be wrong, but How to Make a Killing, regardless, is up there with one of my favourite films of the year so far. I love it. I love Glen Powell. I saw this at the O2, and Great film, great film. I did not expect the plot twists. I loved the storytelling. I liked the pacing of the film, got straight into it. I liked the way they delivered the story. Phenomenal. Go and check it out. It's a great film. I then rewatched at home. My second home film of March was Zootropolis 2. I saw this a couple of times at the cinema. I saw it once in super screen and once just at a normal screening. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great addition to the Zootropolis franchise. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's still a solid sequel. Very good. I then, the same night, don't judge, watched Paw Patrol, the Mighty movie. Was feeling very childish. I've seen the first Paw Patrol movie and I actually quite enjoyed it. I saw it with my cousin, who is a child, I may say. And then I got the DVD for this somehow. I don't know how I ended up with my hands on this DVD, but I was like, I may as well watch it before I get rid of it. I knew I wasn't going to keep the DVD. Yeah, I watched it. It's a Paw Patrol movie. If you like Paw Patrol and you're a child, you'll like it. Much more than I did. Back to the cinema. I'm going to swiftly move on. Back to the cinema. I saw The Magic Faraway Tree. I did a full movie review on that. Very quickly, I've never read the books. I knew about the books, never read them. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, annoyingly, but you know, it's a kid's film at the end of the day. It's a family film, though, in terms of there is stuff for grown-ups to enjoy as well, which is what I enjoyed. But you know, yeah, full movie on that. You can hear my full thoughts on that as well. The same night, I did a back-to-back screening. I went to go and see Splitsville, which is quite annoying because it had a very limited run here in UK cinemas. But I enjoyed this film. I thought it was funny. It's, again, by no means a 10 out of 10 blockbuster, but I enjoyed it. Really, really funny. Moments of full penis in face, which I did not expect. Yeah, story's a bit messy. It's a bit all over the place. It's a bit chaotic, a bit frantic. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And then no, it's not even my final cinema trip of the year. My penultimate cinema trip of the year, I went to go and see Little Shop of Horrors. Again, another musical that I've never seen before. I knew the songs. I literally, other than that, knew nothing about this film. And I enjoyed it. Yeah, I did. I really didn't know what to expect. And it took me by surprise, actually, what happened. But it was a nice runtime. And although it's a little bit older, it doesn't feel dated, which is quite nice. It feels like a kind of classic. If you think like Mannequin, if you think like Dirty Dancing, those sort of classic films, that's what it felt like. That sort of era of movies, which I really enjoyed. And then my final movie of the month, I went to go and see They Will Kill You, not through choice. I was asked to go and see whether I'd see it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go and see it with you. And it's only a 15. It's a horror, but it's only a 15. And I would argue it's not scary at all. It's just really gory, and I didn't like it, and I was going, disgusting. I didn't do a movie review on it because, again, not my target audience. I've done enough with gore. I didn't need to talk about it anymore. But yeah, there you go. 16 movies during the month of March, which I've seen, and only 3 of them were home movies. So I saw 13 movies in the cinema during the month of March. Very, very, very crazy. We, of course, need to talk about the pricing of all of this. 13 movies at the cinema. One of them was the Netflix event, which I'm counting as a cinema trip, but it obviously has no effect on my costs of tickets because it was free, so it doesn't matter. Let's a quick recap. In January, my tickets came to £72.93. February, my tickets came to £92.91. March, had I have paid the standard ticket prices for every screening I went to, would have cost me £117.88, the most expensive month at the cinema thus far. Crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm not totaling them up yet. You can, of course, total up how much the months would have cost me so far to get a running total. I'm not doing that because I want to get to December and literally add it all up and go, wow, for the first time. So yeah, there we go. There is movies done, and I actually saw quite a decent amount of series and docs and stuff like that throughout the month of March. I started off watching Tommy, The Good, The Bad, The Fury. It's kind of off the bat of Molly May's documentary in a way. It's basically similar to Molly May's documentary. It's just sort of talk about his life, his kind of way of coping with the breakup, of the whole like co-parenting and stuff like that, and kind of all the problems that was have with fighting and his hand being injured, all that sort of stuff. I found it really interesting. I really, really enjoyed this doc. I think it's like, I don't know how many episodes it is, but it's not that many, and they're half-an-hour episodes. So it's easy watching, thoroughly enjoyed that. If you like Tommy and you like Molly and you like the kind of couple and you want to know more about their life, this is really good documentary. It's on BBC iPlayer if you want to check it out. I then watched, in one weekend, Shifting Gears. I found out that there's actually 2 series of this. I didn't know that. I've only watched the first series, which is on Disney+. Don't know where the second series is, but I watched the first one. I enjoyed it. It felt like kind of Call Me Kat, Big Bang Theory, Energy, Friends, all mishmashed into one. I liked Tim Allen. It was weird. He did a Buzz Lightyear joke, which healed part of my soul. I need to see the second series now. As I was typing this all up for this video, I found out there's a second series. Need to watch that, alas. So I watched series 1 of Shifting Gears. I then watched Meet the Pickles, The Making of Win or Lose. It's the documentary explaining the creation process of the Pixar series Win or Lose. It was interesting. It's not my favourite Pixar documentary they've done, explaining the creation process of one of their films or shorts or stuff like that, but it's interesting. If you've seen the Win or Lose series, then you'll probably enjoy understanding a little bit more about how they made it. I then watched the new Disney animation short called Versa, which I thought was an adorable short. It's heartwarming. It's got a really nice message and story, and before the short begins, you have a little bit of information from the guy that directed it and made it, and the fact that it's based on a true story. I thought very, very cute. Really enjoyed that. And the last thing I watched this month, 51 episodes I watched. Bear in mind they are shorts, but I watched 51 episodes, which is the entire series. One Day at Disney, which is essentially just everyone that works for Disney. You just see what they do, and there's like 50 odd people that we meet, and we have people from working in Disney's Animal Kingdom as like veterinarians, and you've got people being news anchors, you've got people on Radio Disney, you've got people animating Disney movies, you've got the CEO, Bob Iger, as he was at that time. All of these people I think is really, really cool. And then at the end, you just sort of see they do a series finale and they summarize kind of, all of these people. And this is essentially what happens every day at Disney. These people do these things. I think it's really cool. Really enjoyed that. That's on Disney Plus if you want to check it out. And there you go. 5 series / documentaries / TV, shall I say, items in the month of March. There you go. That's everything that I've seen in March 2026. A busy movie month, I have to say. And my most expensive movie month at the cinema so far. I'm intrigued to see how this all tallies up. Like I said, I'm not totaling it up, so we'll see. We will see. I have a feeling though, June will, at the end of the year, be my most expensive movie month. Purely because Toy Story 5 comes out in June, and I know I mentioned Toy Story 5 in literally every movie related video that I do on my channel, but anyway, we move. Very excited. We shall see you in the month, exactly a month's time, for everything that I watched in April. It is currently April 5th as I'm recording this, so yes, I'm a bit late. I've already been to the cinema twice, and I've already had a £20 cinema trip. So, and that's just one visit. So who knows how expensive April could be at the cinema. I'm going to the cinema later today as well. Could be another busy month. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. You can catch up with everything that I've watched in January and February. They're down below in a playlist. I'll leave that playlist link down below. I'll also leave my movie review playlist linked down below. Quite a few of the movies I talked about in today's video, I did full movie reviews on. You can check that down below. And of course, plenty more movie reviews to come throughout the rest of the year, including The Drama, which I'm very excited to go and see today, and Fuse as well. You'll hear my thoughts on those very, very soon. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in another video, another movie review, and hopefully another everything I watched in said month video very soon.